What? 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 You got to get that. You got to get that Archie's thing in there going. You know, with the guitar, like the Archie cartoon used to do. You know what I'm talking about, right? That's what you need to get. You need to get that in there. Yeah, yeah, that's what we need. Hi, but you guys don't like the shirt? You don't like the shirt? I've got some louder ones I'm going to be wearing here soon. Woo! I got some that are bright yellow with palm trees and other things like that. That's right. These are my summertime clothes. Oh yeah, look at them collars. Look at them collars. You would not believe the thrift shops I have to look for to find these collars in. You know that? I wear your granddad's clothes. Yeah, yeah. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. You know. You know what I mean? Cutting it loose. I'll open that other button up there. They had a gray hair shows in. I better to close that button back up. Yeah. How y'all doing tonight? How's it going? How we doing? Everybody doing all right? Everybody doing okay? Am I coming through okay in the room? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, is this thing on? Is this thing working? Is this? You know, I had somebody ask me the other day. They asked me. I said, "Rich, that big microphone you got there?" I said, "Yeah, you know, this big monstrous thing here." Yeah, they asked me. They said, "Does that really work, or is that just a prop?" And I said, no, it's real. It really works. Everything in here works. It is the microphone that you hear me talking on. That's right. So yeah, it really works. So yep, that's it. There you go. I did have somebody ask me how much it cost to put the dojo in. Yeah. Well, I might have to get something different, you know. I don't know. It was there. I put it up. It's different. I might have to get something for the summertime. Maybe I'll get some kind of green sheet to go up there and, I don't know, flowers hanging off of it and Hawaiian lace to match my shirt and, you know, I just disappear into the back. Or maybe I should go get, you know, karate gi on, you know. Oh, thank you for around the coven with me, Richard Rihana. Thank you very much, you know. So, yeah, something like that. That's, yeah. So how y'all doing tonight? How's it going, Flower Child? Oh, goodness gracious. How is everybody? Everybody having a good day so far? I've had a great day today. Went out and had dinner with my daughter. We went to an Oriental restaurant. Oh, I guess that does kind of flow in with that, doesn't it? But, yeah, we went out to the Oriental restaurant, a buffet here, and I got lucky this time. They didn't charge me the senior discount. I just had to pay my regular dollar for it. So, you know, yeah, other than that, so... Let's see. Foggy gave me a good link. If you haven't been there, you need to check out the links on my YouTube channel, and go check out that or go check out Foggy's channel. There's a wonderful lady there, and we go check out her stuff. And she's new, got about 50 some odd viewers on there. So go sign up. Foggy, what's the name of her channel? I forgot the name of her channel now. AKA something or another. I forget what it was. But go check out her channel. Go check out my YouTube links. Go check out everybody's YouTube links. Yeah, well, you know, no, I went and ate early. So usually they have a senior citizen discount early because most of us old people get in bed soon. But we're up real early. And you guys can't compete with us because we're up real early. That's what the problem is. So I did. I did Dirt. You know, she went and got stuff, and you know, Dirt heard me having my daughter go get this and having my daughter go get that, and Dirt made a comment today that I had her trained really well, and I thank you, Dirt. I have all my daughters done that way. There you go. So yeah, great stuff like that there. So thank you, Fog, for putting that link up. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir. Showing off my chest hair. No hair. I got more hair on my back than I do on my chest. Thank you very much. Make sure I don't button my earbud into my shirt there. No. Bigfoot has pictures of me jogging without my shirt on, and that's sometimes they accuse that of being the Ohio grass man. Nope. Just me jogging without a shirt in the summertime. That's the Ohio grass man, I have to admit it. I like to go running around in the woods, and sometimes I take my shirt off, and then you'll get sightings of the Ohio grass man. Well, you know, I thought it was very fitting tonight. I went to the Oriental restaurant, got my fortune. Figured I'd read you guys my fortune. My fortune says, danger, beware of the fat man. No, obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off your goal. Obstacles are those frightful things that you see when you take your eyes off the goal. And I thought that was very fitting. I thought that was extremely fitting tonight. You know, we have started this website Around the Cabin. You know how many days we've actually been officially around the cabin? You guys realize how long you guys have been coming here and checking this out? A week? No. 14 days. 2 weeks, actually. Time flies when you're having fun. Actually, 2 weeks. 2 weeks we've officially been around the cabin. Actually, 2 weeks and 3 hours. We started the show at 9 p.m. and at about 9:10 or so, Avon, actually on her Wednesday Google Hangout, announced the opening of Around the Cabin.
Companies don't have to tell you everything that's in their products. But SC Johnson isn't just a company. We're a family who cares about yours. That's why we're working to share all of our ingredients right down to the fragrances and dyes. So with products like Windex, you know what you're bringing into your home. Going beyond the industry standard, that's the family standard.
That's right. Here at Around the Cabin, we charge Windex for that.
Companies don't have to tell you everything that's in their products. But SC Johnson isn't just a company. We're a family who cares about yours. That's why we're working to share all of our ingredients right down to the fragrances and dyes. So with products like Windex, you know what you're bringing into your home. Going beyond the industry standard, that's the family standard.
So, anyway, so there we go. Now, 14 days. We've officially been around the cabin for 14 days. And in those 14 days, thanks to viewers like you and other people, we now have, to the website, over 200 visits a day. In 14 days, we are averaging over 200 visitors a day to the website. And it comes from people like you who are out there putting out the news, and people out there who telling people and stuff like that. And I know right now, I look at the room, there's 10 people in the room, myself counted, so there's 9 of you there. I know there's more watching on the viewer outside, and that's great. We like you out there viewing us, watching us. You're more than welcome to sit out there and watch. I know you're watching because I can tell by the count how many people are watching, and there's not enough in the room to make up for the count that's viewing, and I think that's great. You don't have to come into the chat room. We'd like it if you would come in and chat with us. No biggie, no pressure, no whatever. If you want to stay out there and just watch, by golly, do so, because some people don't like signing in, or they're kind of gun shy about that. That's fine. That's fine. Well, we average 10 to 20 other viewers outside the chat room. So, it's great having you there. We invite you in. The chat room can now hold over 200 people. So, there's 10 of us in here, but, there could be 200. And, of course, it'd be going by like, but, hey, we'd be doing great. But it's all because of people like you. And I thank you all very much. You guys have been spreading the word. Things have been going on. And here's the great part. As of last night, myself and a couple other people, we are going to be expanding on the library. Or should I say, the book barn. That nice barn that we built, and Avon was up on the roof and everything else. Well, the book barn. It's expanding so much, so much, that I think Castle's got something like another 1,000 books. Now, some of them are going to be repeats, and, she'll be able to weed through them, but I'm guessing she's probably got at least 3/4 of them are good books. So she had half to 3/4. She's got at least 500 to 700 books that she can add to the book barn as of the other day. Okay, I'm waiting. Why are they not there yet? It's not like she does anything all day long anyway. No, I'm just kidding you. She works herself to death, and today she pretty much deserved a day off. Matter of fact, that woman's deserved a week off if she can get it, but I'm not going to let it happen. I'm not going to let it happen. So Maha's show's been going good this morning. We were there, and he had a great show. Dude missed out the other day due to his mouth being operated on, and Avon's show last night, if you haven't seen it yet, it is up. It is available for everybody. And Avon's Agenda 21 show, great stuff, informative, great speakers, great people she had. I was like, wow, wow. You know, I mean, I am impressed. So, what's new? What's going to happen? Well, we're going to be expanding. There's going to be guests. There's going to be other shows, other hosts, more people coming in, more people getting involved. Right now, of course, we have the commercials. Beginning of the month, after the first week, the commercials will go away. And we won't have these commercials anymore. That's good news. The bad news is the price goes up. The good news is you guys don't have to pay for it. Bad news is somebody else has to pay for it. But, you know, that's going to happen. And it's all because of you guys. We're doing it because we love to teach. We love to give back. And we are doing this freely. Everything you see on this website is given to you freely. You can download the stuff without worrying about being copyright infringement. You can repaste and recopy the stuff that you see here. You can record the shows along with us that are doing these things. All these different things are now going to be put out there. Let's see. Now I have to put the recipe box in the horse stall. Oh. Well, at least it's out of the back of the truck. And I know a friend of ours has been talking to a gentleman who does iron work, and another person has been talking to a woodworker. And, you know, we're looking for shows for this kind of stuff. So if you guys know anybody out there, let us know. If they're from across the pond, that's fine too. Don't care. All kinds of people were invited to do shows. People were invited to be special guests, other things like that. And yes, Foggy, I did catch your Google Hangout from the other hour. Thank you, buddy. Saw that. Checked into that one. I didn't get to watch the whole thing because I'm a little bit busy. But, you know, things going on. Why haven't I been putting videos up? I've been here. That's why. Question I got the other day was, why are there any more new videos on your YouTube channel, Rich? I've been a little busy. Been a little busy. What can I say? So now, to get to the show part, what we really want to talk about besides just kind of me to give, yep, Cockatoo Sparrow, a.k.a., what was it? What was the last part? Something wolf or something like that. I forget what her last. Cockatoo Sparrow, a.k.a. She-Wolf. She-Wolf, thank you. Very nice. Seemed like very nice videos I saw there. Very nice, very nice. Always willing to help another bushcrafter out because that's what I am at heart. I'm a bushcrafter. So now, with that said, I need a bushcraft show. I know Foggy wants to do one every other week. That's fine. That's great. Got Foggy roped into doing one every other week. This coming Friday, tomorrow, Castle Mom's got to show up, an hour-long show. Next Friday is our good friend Fog in his hour-long show. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? That's right. I'm even going to have Big Dirt. Big Dirt's going to do a show, Big Dirt in the Dark. He's going to sit back here in the back and do a show, and all you're going to see is the glow of the cigarette every once in a while. And he's going to do a show totally in the dark. All you're going to see is a red thing glowing every once in a while. That's all you're going to see. Dirt in the Dark. That's what it's going to be called. I'm just kidding you. Dirt in the Dark. Yeah. All right. So today I want to talk about some people had sent some different things around. They had asked, you know, I can't get out there and do what you do. Rich, I see you guys doing the shows and stuff. I can't do that. You know, I see you guys out in the woods. I can't do that. I'm in a wheelchair. I can't do that. I see you guys doing the shows. I'm too shy. I can't do that. I see you guys who know all this stuff, and all I know is how to cook or sew or whatever. I can't do a show like that. You know what? I don't know everything either. I don't know half the stuff the people in the room know. Okay? I don't know these things. Why? Because I'm not that smart of a man. I found this out not at an early age. I found out that I'm not that smart in high school because I suffered in high school and I worked really hard at doing nothing. And my grades showed for it. I was a C's and D's kind of guy. And my dad kept saying, what are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do? And he kept saying something that made a lot of sense after I graduated high school. Work smarter, not harder. Okay? Work smarter, not harder. Well, I did. I finally sunk in. Probably like 18, 19, it finally sunk in what he was trying to talk about. After I graduated high school, work smarter and not harder. I became to realize that there was one thing I am good at. That one thing is bringing people together and listening to people. Not just listening to what they say, but listening to what they don't say. So when they say, I couldn't do that because I'm too shy to get on camera, what I really hear is, I've never done it before, and I'm afraid the way people will think of me. And if you can change that perception, you can get them to get on camera. Castlemum, Avon, Foggy, everybody in here who's got a YouTube video has suffered from that. Everybody who has a show has suffered from that. Oh, what will they think of me? Do they like it? Do they not like it? Oh, I sounded so stupid. Oh, this, that, and the other. But I found out that I can draw that out. I can get those people together. I can find out that Castle's really good with working behind the scenes, and she loves to do the computer stuff and build things and make websites. She loves that. She's very good at it. She wants to do it. She enjoys it. So Castle, come build a website. Not just for me, but for you. For us, for Avon, for everybody else. Come build the website. Avon knows a lot of people. Avon's involved. She's activist. She didn't think that she could be. If you had asked Avon 6 months ago, do you think you'd be talking to all these people and getting up and doing these speeches and being on camera? And she'd be going, oh no, never going to happen. Not going to happen. And now look at her. Now look at her. Okay? Somebody says there's a commercial plan. Okay, there's a commercial plan. Castle would be the same way. Do you see this happening? No. Now look at her. Not only is she doing the website stuff, but she's also doing the other things. Can you guys still hear me over the commercial stuff? All right. So now, these things happen, and people will come together. And Avon knows people, and Avon can send the information out. And she does media, and she's able to reach people, and people listen to her, and they go, this is a smart lady. And she's able to draw these people to her that have something to say, that are intelligent. And she can project that to the rest of us. And Castle can build and construct and make the website. And that she can bring that and help the rest of us. And then she gets on camera. And look at Dirt. Dirt was on camera doing stuff for us before his heart attack. When the other things going on. And now he's been more active lately. He's feeling better after his heart attack. He's talking to us and other things are going on. If you were to ask Foggy in the room, Fog, last year, did you think he would be making a movie? No doubt he'd say, okay, no, it's not going to happen. He's not going to make a movie. Look at him now. Don't tell me you can't do this. Don't tell me there's a reason. I don't know, I'm shy, I'm worried, I'm whatever. No. No. Think about what you want. Give yourself a goal. And then after that goal. If you don't make it to that goal, you'll make it further than you were when you started. You know, my wife Holly is disabled. Okay. She has trouble walking. Okay. She has a few other physical problems. All right. She's at school tonight because she started a goal a few months back. Well, almost a year ago now. She started a goal. She was going to become a juvenile probationary officer. Will she ever be one? We don't know. We don't know if she'll ever become a juvenile probationary officer. She might change and become something else before she graduates. She takes accelerated classes, and she takes one class a month. One college class a month. Okay? She goes Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays to class. 3 days out of the week she goes to class. And does homework and sleep the rest of the time. but, you know, it's a goal. It's something that she likes. Something that she wants to do. It's a goal. Yeah, she has to have the elevator pass to go up and down the elevators at school. And she's got the parking because she's got the, you know, the handicap parking and everything else. But she's out there doing it. She's meeting people and she's using her mind, and she got up out of that chair and she's going out there and she's going. She's moving forward. You got to have a goal. And so I was going to do the show on something else tonight. But when I went out there and I found this fortune, obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off the goal. You know, obstacles are obstacles. They're not permanent fixtures. You go around, you go over, you go under, you push it out of the way. It's an obstacle. It doesn't stop you. Think about an obstacle course. It's not made to stop you. It's made to slow you down and make you do something else.
The door's open. Let's make a break for it. Single file.
Ooh, I can't wait to clean something besides the shower.
Yeah, we'll show them.
Scrubbing Bubbles' powerful foam penetrates and lifts tough grime and kills 99.9% of bacteria, so cleaning the whole bathroom is easier.
I should have let you out sooner.
I'm thankful for them.
Scrubbing Bubbles.
We work hard so you don't have to.
All over the bathroom.
S.C. Johnson, a family company.
I love it. I love it. Ad time, yeah. Shampoo ad? You got a shampoo ad. I got some Scrubbing Bubble ad. I got to add somebody playing with a helicopter.
Using telemedical and mobile technologies, Verizon innovators are connecting trauma surgeons to patients in the field,
Feeling in the extremities?
helping them get the attention they need before they even reach the hospital. Because the world's biggest challenges deserve even bigger solutions. Powerful answers.
Down
Verizon.
and visited my father-in-law in the hospital. And I was down at the hospital, and he had one of these glasses. And I said, "Dang nab, Dad, that's a heck of a glass, man. That, like, you know, that's a big glass to be putting soda and stuff in." And he says, "No, it's full of water." And I said, "Well, I could go with that." The nurse heard me, and she gave me a glass. It's at the hospital. They gave me a glass, so I got a bunch of ice water in this bad boy for tonight. But that's great. I love it. And it's thermal, you know, it keeps the stuff cold. It's got ice in there. And yeah, so that was pretty nice. The hospital, the nurse gave me a hospital glass. I guess I appeared old and needed one. But made a comment how nice it was. Maha cannot get into the chat room. Maha has been having trouble with his computer. I've told him before, kick it! Kick it really hard. Maha's been having trouble with his stuff. I don't know what he's doing. I told him to reboot it earlier today and other things like that. So, real men drink from huge jugs. My, oh my. So, well, you know, the things that we do, the people that we are, we need to overcome our obstacles. We need to move forward. We need to find a goal and set it for ourselves. It doesn't have to be, I want to climb Mount Everest. Only so many people have climbed Mount Everest. It doesn't have to be, you need to set foot on the moon. Only so many people have set foot on the moon. It could be something as easy as, I'm going to get up and walk across the floor to the other side of the room. And if you're stuck in that bed and you can't get up, it's a goal. And every day you go, if I can wiggle my big toe, I'm one step closer to walking across the floor to the other side of that room. And every day you try and wiggle that toe, you're working toward a goal. That's what it's about. It's about working toward a goal and trying. And you know what? It hurts sometimes. It hurts because people laugh at you. People may say comments and evil things to you. People will try and drag you down. People will try and drag you away from your goal and your obstacle, and people will try and put things in your way to slow you down. And you have to learn to push those things aside. When Maha and I were doing Prep Study Network, we had Dr. Prepper. You guys know who Dr. Prepper is? You can look up Dr. Prepper. Tried to buy us out. Okay? And we told him no. He said, come over here and show me how you guys are doing what you guys are doing. And I'll give you 90 days on Blog Talk Radio. And we said, well, what happens after 90 days? He said, oh, you pay $250. Oh, so we show you how to do the video stuff, give you all this information, and then you, after 90 days, then we pay you $250 on top of that, but we get to talk on a free radio broadcast. Well, we're already doing radio broadcasts if we want. So where's the deal on that one? What's going to happen? We had a couple other people interested in doing what we're doing, asking us about these videos and stuff like that. We're the only place you're going to go find live broadcasts to teach you self-reliance, self-sufficiency, prepping, and other things just like this. This is the only place you're going to go and see this. You're not going to see it on any other website. You're not going to see it like this. Okay? Am I wrong? Does anybody out there know of another website doing it just like this? Putting it out there for free, giving it to you. There isn't anybody. Okay? That's right, Castle. We're the pioneers. We're the leaders. We're the ones putting this out for you guys. Okay? So we're the one putting out live streaming video where you can see me slap my head, you know, and you can get it going out there, right out there. Okay? You can see that. It's not like you guys are going to be, you know, seeing it 3 hours later or even an hour later. You can't do it. You can't do it. All right? We're the only ones putting this out there. I know because in the 2 weeks that we've been active on this website, I've been asked to leave this website and start another one for somebody else. And I've been offered to be bought out. In 2 weeks, I've had two offers. One, to leave everybody, drop this whole thing, and walk away from it and go set up another one somewhere else. And the other one would be, how much do you want for me to show me how to do this? You know, come show me how to do this. And I said, nope, ain't going to happen. Because, you know, somebody's going to figure this out. Somebody's working on this right now, and I know they are, to figure out how we're doing it, exactly what all the different things are to go do it. And I took somebody the other day, and I said, look, you can look right in that room. Right at the bottom of the room, it says Ustream. Ustream Live. Okay? That's what it says right, where am I at? Down here? Right down here it says Ustream Live. Right? Right down there? All right. If you go to Ustream and you put in pricing, okay, and they go to Ustream and they look up the pricing and they're going to see that we've got, okay, we've got access to How many shows a week do we do? I can get 200 people in the chat room. We do 1 or 2 shows a day. Okay. So we do, what, 20 some odd shows a month? Plus 2 shows every whatever. So it comes like to 32 to 36 shows. 36 shows a month that we do. And there's 60 minutes in each show. Do you know what that comes to? If you look on Ustream, do you know what that comes to? I'll tell you right now what that comes to. $995. And if anybody extra comes in, it costs 20 cents more for each additional person in the room watching the video. That means if I've got 11 people in the chat room right now, and I've got 12 people watching outside the room, and I only pay for the 11 people in the chat room, I got to pay 20 cents for each one of those 12 people outside just watching the video. Which means I would have to put on some kind of blocker. Which means you'd have to sign in, you'd have to do this, and you'd have to do that just to see this show. That's $1,000. Just a video player. That doesn't include the chat room that you guys are sitting in. That doesn't include the rest of the website, the hosts, or anything else. And once they figure that out, they go, and I say, yeah, where you at? But how much does it cost you guys? What does it cost you to come into this chat room and watch us? What does it cost you to come to this website to watch us? To learn, to do whatever, to interact with each other, to have fun on here? Not a dime. And I know there's websites out there that you go to, that I know you go to, because I've seen people there from this room and other websites. If you want to go and watch one of their videos, it's going to cost you money. You have to sign up for a monthly fee just to watch videos, just to learn stuff. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Going to bring it to you free, because that's what it means to us. That's what it means to us, just to let you guys learn. We want to bring this to you. We want you to do this stuff. We want you guys to be here to see this stuff. Okay? You know, YouTube, you mentioned YouTube. It's getting ridiculous. Now they're talking about charging people for YouTube. Everything's about money. Everything's about money. I am sick and tired of everything being about money. You know, I got some extra money to play with. Other people I know got some extra money to play with. And they decided, hey, let's throw it into this. You know, that's what it's all about. They want to help out. They want people being here watching. YouTube's dying. Okay, YouTube's dying. You know what? If you guys want to put videos up, and you guys want to do stuff because YouTube's dying, you go right up to the top, right up there at the very top of the page, and submit articles. And you know what? We can actually put a video for you up. You can do your YouTube video and we can actually play it right here on this. We can do that. If you've got a good enough video, if you've got a good enough video and a good enough article and everything else, you can send it right here and we'll put it up for you. I agree. Google killed YouTube. Google, you know, it's killing a lot of stuff. People are leaving YouTube. They're going to Vimeo or whatever. They're going other places. They're going here. They're going there. It's happening. I want to get a collection of videos from people to put up here. Different players we can put in. Things we can do. This website could be a gathering place for everybody. But I don't want it to cost. Now there is, I say I don't want it to cost. There is one thing. Here's one thing. I'm going to use Fog as an example. No, I'm not going to use Fog. I'm going to use another guy I know. His name's JC. I'm going to use JC as an example. JC worked with Chris Kane. Some of you people over in England know who Chris Kane is. Some people in America may know who Chris Kane is. Chris Kane runs a survival school. JC ran a U.S. version with Chris Kane of the survival school. Now, I'm going to use those as an example here. If a survival school came to us and said, we would like to put up videos, we would like to do other things, we would like to have classes for people, there would be a couple stipulations. One, I would want some free classes for everybody. The second stipulation is, I know that to have classes means you've got something to teach. And if you have something to teach, it was worth your time and your time and your ability to learn it. You should be able to get paid back for teaching that. Teachers need to be paid. Okay? That's my philosophy. Teachers need to be paid. If you wish to give back, that's one thing. You wouldn't ask somebody to show you how to do something. You don't go down to the mechanic and go, well, I really need to change out this motor, but I don't know how to do it, so why don't you just show me how to do it? And instead of paying you, I'll just do it. Not going to happen. Now, if you went down to classes from him, he'd teach you. Okay? If we get somebody in here who wants to teach classes and they're willing to give and take on the class thing, I can understand why they will want to charge a small amount to teach certain classes. And those would be set up in the future so that somebody could be paid for their classes. And you would have to have a code to get in and do those kind of things. That's way on down the line. That I think they would be able to do and be paid for. But I don't think that people should be, all right, have a good one, Mary. Hope hubby's all right. See you all later. Time we said hi. I don't think that we should charge to put the information out there. I think, though, somebody should be paid for their time, for their knowledge. If they want to teach one-on-one, a 5-person class or something like that, something small, they should be able to, not no $100 class. You know what I'm saying? They hold a couple of classes and they want to charge $5, $10, whatever this, that, the other. That's great. Not going to let somebody come on here on his website, charge $100 freaking dollars to teach you how to make a fire. Ain't going to happen. All right? So, things that are going to go around that way. Oh.
More than 2 years ago, the people of BP made a commitment to the goal, and every day since, we've worked hard to keep it.
Hey,
Today, the beaches and Gulf are open for everyone to enjoy. We've shared what we've learned so we can all produce energy more safely. BP's also committed to America. We support nearly 250,000 jobs and invest more here than anywhere else. We're working to fuel America for generations to come. Our commitment has never been stronger.
Well, let's see. We got another one, probably. Probably got another one.
More than 2 years ago, the people of BP made a commitment to the goal, and every day since, we've worked hard to keep it. Today, the beaches and Gulf are open for everyone to enjoy. We've shared what we've learned so we can all produce energy more safely. BP's also committed to America. We support nearly 250,000 jobs and invest more here than anywhere else. We're working to fuel America for generations to come. Our commitment has never been stronger.
What are we getting, Castle? 50,000, 100,000 every time BP puts a commercial up for us? Is that what it is? You charging them something like that? Yeah, they've had a couple of them up there today. Johnson & Johnson, they got to be paying 20 to 50,000, something like that. Yeah, you go, girl. Hook them in there. You know, I really want to say I thank you to all you people over in London. And right now, London time is 1:45 a.m. You know, I know that because you guys mean so much to me that I have you on the clock down here on my computer. I've got Eastern Time Zone, Central Time Zone, Mountain Time Zone, Pacific Time Zone, and London Time. 1:45 a.m. over there. It means enough to me that you guys stay up at this time and come in and see the shows. That's how much I think of it over there. That, and, you know, I got my Snug Pack Rocket Pack that I've had for years from over there, and, you know, there are a couple of girls running over there that some of you guys might want to check on. I might have, you know, some little monsters in that area. Well, I spent a little time over there in London, everyone, you know, and I do like my beer warm, thank you. It's room temperature. I am not a cold, shall we say, American, starts with a P, ends with an S beer, okay? So I like me a stout, thank you very much, dark and thick. I do kind of prefer them big, heavy German-type beers with big chunks of yeast floating in the bottom of it. You know what I'm talking about. Don't put my beer in the refrigerator. Don't put my beer in the refrigerator. I'm not that kind of guy. All right, so that's, you know, that's it. So, yeah, it's, you know, and I don't want mine coming right out of the tap, damn it. You don't have to open a can for me. Put a head on that bad boy, scrape it off, let's go to town. I'm good. So, yeah, you know, what can I say? Oh, foreign or domestic? What, the women? Sorry. No. So, and for anybody in Australia, I've been down to, I know the Queensland girls too. So, actually, my family still has a castle and a manor house. And there is somebody famous with my last name in an alabaster tomb over there. And I'm probably letting out too much information. And some other goodies over there. But yes, my, let's see, well, how should I say this to you English gentlemen? My coat of arms has a dancing bear on it. How about that? Does that give you a hint? Uh-oh, ads.
We'll be right back after this commercial messages.
Let me know when the ads are done. No ads for show 13. No ads for me either. So, it's a hot chick in this ad. Oh my. That's a scary thought. The next scary thought is, what does Fog think is a hot chick? That's the next. You know, is it the snake draining lady? Oh my. So, Avon's typing. Hi, Avon. How you doing, dear? No, the ads don't show for everybody at the same time. It's kind of weird. It's the ads are there or the ads are not there. But for you English guys over there, and for you Scottish people and other things like that, and any black and tans that are in the room or anything like that over there, you know, yeah, it's a dancing bear on the coat of arms. That's all I'm going to tell you. So, and we follow our sign all the way back to the War of the Carnations. War of the Carnations, that's right. Yeah, so I know my history over there with the family. Thank you very much. So, yes. But don't let obstacles get in your way. Okay? Don't let obstacles get in your way. They're like challenges. I'm afraid of no man. I'm afraid of no animal on this planet. No insect, no animal. Nothing on this planet scares me. No man scares me. Notice I did not say woman, because my mother told me that she brought me into this world. She's legally allowed to take me out of this world, and I actually believe that. So, no man scares me, okay? And I can say that because my wife's not home. That's why I can say that. You guys know this? Do you guys know? I have obstacles, I have problems, and it's almost like having 3 wives. I've got Avon and Castle that run this website. I get in the way. That's my job. Avon and Castle run the website, make the decisions. I get in the way. And then when I'm in the way, they call my wife. And then she straightens me out with the 3 of them talking like I'm not here. You know, they make the decisions without me. So, you know, it goes on that way. They ask my opinion like that really matters. They ask my opinion, and then they tell me how it's going to go. So, but that's head whip cracker. That's right. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and my head's getting whipped and cracked enough. I'm starting to get lumps back here. I don't know what the deal is. So, yeah. Oh, my wife went to school tonight, so you know she gave me my water. She gave me some bread. That's my dinner for the evening. No, I'm just kidding. Don't let obstacles get in your way. As Avon will tell you, and Castle, and everybody else, and Foggy, and you know, anybody who's done YouTube videos, and anybody else in the room who's done that kind of stuff. You know, we never thought we'd be where we're at. And you can get there. You can do things. It may not be a show. It may not be a website. It may not do anything else. Maybe it involves you going out and going to work somewhere, getting a job, doing something. You just can't let obstacles get in your way. You need to push through everything, okay? We had a great time joking around on the show tonight, and we've had a good time, but the focus tonight, obstacles. Pushing through and doing what you want to do, seeing that goal and being able to reach it. The goal for me was to reach out to as many people as I can. If this website works the way I would like to see it go, the ideas we had when they came to me and said, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I said, that falls right along with the line what I want to do. And this did. This all came together. It was a group of meeting of people, you know. And there's more than just me, Avon, and Castle. There's other people involved also. People you guys never going to see. Behind the scenes people. We call them the powers that be, okay? That's who they are. They're called the powers that be. So when you hear us mention the powers that be, that's the people that you guys are never going to see. They came to us and said, what do you want to do? And we said, this is what we want to do. This is the goal. We want to reach and teach and give information out to as many people as possible, free of charge. As much as for free as we can. Okay? You know, you can't have everything without having some kind of cost. Okay? You can't have everything without some kind of cost. And so where the money comes from, the powers that be, you know, other people, the sponsors, whatever else we got going on, there's going to be something there. But as free to you as we can possibly make it. And I never want to have to charge you. And I refuse. Let me put it that way. I refuse to be a part of a website where you have to join up, log over, do anything else to get in to see free stuff. I don't want anybody charged or held back in any way. Come in and click and read, click and go, doing this. I don't want you to have to do anything else to be here. Now, you put a name in the chat room. I don't care if next week for my show, everybody logs into the chat room as Billy Bob 1, Billy Bob 2, Billy Bob 3. I don't care. Okay? The idea is you will get the information that we can give you freely. That's what we want. We want to be able to do that. And if you have any information you want to share with everybody else, I'm begging you, please, put it up there. Go to the contacts list. Check in with the contacts. Go up there and submit an article in the submit article section. Get hold of us. Send us an email. Anything like that. AroundTheCabin.com. Okay? Send an email. AroundTheCabin@gmail.com. Okay? That's the email. AroundTheCabin@gmail.com. You can leave a message there. That's the email for this. You can do all that stuff. There are ways to get hold of us. We want you guys and gals to be able to get in here to do that stuff. We want to share the information with people. So do me a favor, get out there, push the word, let everybody know you can come here. And this, the one thing they made sure of, the one thing Avon liked to kick me under the desk about, Avon kicked me under the desk, make sure it's a safe website. You know, bam in the shin. Make sure it's a safe website. They've got, how many? We've got 1, we've got 2, they've got another plug-in in the background. There's like 3 or 4 different ways to make sure that you will never get an infection. Well, I shouldn't say never because, you know, this is the internet. There's like 3 or 4 different ways to make sure that you guys don't get stuff from this website. They have worked their butts off, Avon and Castle, to make sure that this stuff doesn't go through. And Castle has programmed and reprogrammed and done stuff. Now, Webutation down at the bottom of the page, it's a green marker over on the left-hand side, says 80. Actually, it hasn't updated yet right now. It is 90%. 90%. Says 0 copy written, work allowed. What's that? Okay, Avon shows 90. Okay, mine still says 80. 90%. Our web reputation is at 90% in 14 days. 14 days, 90%. No cracks or stolen work. See that? That is what they do. That is what they work at. You know, and I get in the way. What they keep telling me, don't push the red button. Don't push the red button. I don't know what the red button does, but I'm not allowed to push it. I think it's a reset button. I'm not allowed. I already screwed up one thing, and the first thing Avon said was, yeah, I'm going to tell Castle. So, you know, I already screwed one thing up. So I'm afraid to touch stuff in the back now. I'm not allowed to do that. So, you know, legal, everything we have is legal. Everything we have is freely downloadable. Everything we have is taken care of. So, let's see. Maybe it's the time travel button. Go back to day 1 on the site. I hope not. I'm telling you, day 1 was a panicking day to see what was going on. And you know, you guys talked about Troy's show. Troy did the show, and there were 71 people in the chat room on Troy's first show. And I made the comment, there was a couple hundred people watching outside. I know there's people watching right now outside the chat room. They're not even in here watching because I can tell by looking at the count. I know how many people are watching. Oh, I got an ad.
Using telemedical and mobile technologies, Verizon innovators are connecting trauma surgeons to patients in the field,
Feeling in the extremities?
helping them get the attention they need before they even reach the hospital. Because the world's biggest challenges deserve even bigger solutions. Powerful answers. Verizon.
Liquid Plumber Double Impact.
Liquid plumber lady.
Double Impact.
I'm here to snake the drain.
I'm here to flush the pipe.
Liquid Plumber Double Impact has twice the drain clearing power with a plumber snake to grab deep clogs and a powerful gel to finish off the rest, baby. Liquid Plumber Double Impact.
Liquid Plumber Double Impact. Oh my. Anyway, you know, I've got some stuff. I've got to get outside and shoot some videos for next week. You know, I've been talking the 2 weeks we've done this. I've been telling you guys about the website stuff and letting you know things and that. I just wanted to let you guys know where we're at and how much we appreciate you all being here. You know, it's 2 a.m. for you guys over in London. I thank you for your time here. I thank you for coming to the shows. I thank you for putting up with us and being with us all this time. The word I got from Mike after the first of the month, Prep Steady Network will be down. He has a new website, mahasworld.com. If you have not been to mahasworld.com, please check that out. Okay? That's Maha's new website, mahasworld.com. He is having a blast. He is working at building things and keeping himself busy, plus his work and everything else going on. So, you may buy your ad for cat food. May buy my dog something. You gonna buy your dog a cat, or are you gonna buy your dog cat food? Dogs like cat food. So do old people. Oh, I said it, didn't I? Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Oh well. Yeah, it means a lot to us with you guys coming over and checking things out and making comments, leaving comments to the stuff that is put, the articles that are put here on the page. We want to thank you for that. We want to thank you for your time being over here. Thank you for watching the shows. Tomorrow night, make sure you're here tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is Castle Mom's grand debut 1-hour show, Castle Mom and Crew. Okay? And she's working on some food is what I'm going to tell you. Okay? Castle Mom and Crew, 1-hour show, every other week, this Friday, okay, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to play it right here. She'll be here to answer your questions. Alright? That's it. That's going to be the biggie right there. So, I thank you all. Don't let obstacles get in your way. Push, push, push. Go through those obstacles. Go around them, go under them, go around, through them, push them out of the way. Do what you got to do. Set yourself a goal. Go after it. This week, I want to see everybody put a goal up this week of something. You know, if you don't have enough money to get the car fixed and you need to get an oil change done on a car, make yourself a goal to figure out how you're going to get that money paid up. It doesn't have to be a giant goal. Maybe you're going to go in the other room and, I don't know, you could be like Fog. Foggy's going to go in the other room now. It's 2 a.m. Megan's asleep. I know what he's going to do. He's going to go, I've got a goal. I'm going to go finish that pint of ice cream in the back of the freezer that Megan doesn't know that's there. That's going to be his goal in the next half hour. He's going to finish that pint of ice cream. Okay? I know what Foggy's going to do. Alright? So, ain't fooling me. Megan goes to sleep. He goes and gets stuff to eat. I know what he does. He doesn't share it with her. He hides it. That's what he does. So, that poor kid. You ever seen that kid? She's just big around. She's just big around. Why? Because Fog hides all the chips and everything from her. Won't let her have anything. That evil Foggy. So, yeah, have to. Yeah, that's right. It's teenage girls. What is it with teenage girls and food? You figure them girls be this big around. They ain't. I don't know where it goes. I don't know what they do with it. It must have a hollow leg. It's going somewhere. My goodness. My goodness. No. Teen boys are worse. I don't know, Avon, because I've only had 3 daughters, and you know what? With 3 daughters, you get as many boys at the house as you need. I don't have to move anything or do anything because I got teenage boys that come by to see my daughters, and they move the couch for me and carry the other stuff and do everything else. And as long as they come over to see the girls, they'll help me do anything. So, yeah, buddy. That's all right. So, you guys have a great night. I appreciate you showing up. And I think next week I had to get outside and do something. I might have to take a couple of days off to get outside and shoot some videos. Maybe I can swing that. I know. I'll leave Avon and Castle doing the work, and I'll tell them that I'm going to go do refreshments again. Yeah, that works. That works. They can do the refreshments. That'll be my goal. My goal will be to make refreshments while they're working really hard. Yeah, that's it. So, hey, let's play a song and have some fun. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for showing up. You guys have a good one. Don't forget, get out there, meet a small goal. Just a small goal. Nothing huge you have to really overcome. Just something small you can get to. Thanks, everybody, for showing up over there. Have a good night's sleep for you guys over there in London. It's 2:06 a.m. And don't go out running around. Have a stout for me. All righty.